Good evening. Welcome to Sound Health on Lagos Television. I am Olasumbo Modupe. Today we are taking a look at how to take care of our skins. These days we see so many brands of organic products online on the shelf at supermarkets. How safe are these organic skin products? Are they actually aiding our skin? Are they actually giving us a blemish-free skin? We'll find out today on today's episode. Good evening once again. The conversation begins after this break. All right, joining us via Zoom this evening on Sound Health is Dr. Ayesha Akinkugbe, Senior Lecturer, College of Medicine, University of Lagos, and Consultant Dermatologist, Lagos University Teaching Hospital. And she is going to share her expertise on dangers and use of organic skin products. Good evening, Dr. Akinkugbe, and thanks for joining us.
Thank you very much for having me on the program, Modupe.
All right, Dr. Akinkugbe, from your practice, what is your experience and how aware are people about their skin? Are they actually aware? Are we actually aware of our skin?
Well, with the introduction of the digital age that we are in currently, the statistics are that 4 out of every 5 persons would seek help for skincare or for some dermatological issue. Their appearance is important to their general well-being, and it makes them seek help. So really and truly, there is an increased awareness, concerning the skin and skin diseases.
All right, we see some people, they invest heavily on skin products, while others just use shea butter, coconut oil, and all that. Does this really matter when you're taking care of your skin?
I think what is important is being consistent, having a daily skin routine, using the right sort of products, and understanding what you should do. You have to try and remove yourself away from the media and everything that's going on around you. The average young lady, and even young men too, would be influenced by, maybe someone else's skin. Maybe they've seen someone have a problem and suddenly, it's gotten better, and then you want to use what that person is using, which could be good or bad. And, what works for one person doesn't necessarily work for the other. But I think the key thing is just using the right skincare products for your face and being consistent.
All right, is it about having a blemish-free skin or a healthy skin? Is it also related to our genes?
Genetically, you can inherit good, genes from your parents, but it's not that in its entirety. It's about the health of your skin. So if you look after your skin, it will naturally look good. And for us as dermatologists, what we try to say is, whatever shade of brown you are, the idea is to have it uniform, to have it look good. So you have someone who looks milky chocolate, you have someone who looks dark chocolate, someone who's ebony, and then someone who's mixed like myself. But you just want it to look good from the head to the toe. Let the skin tone be even and let it look healthy. And then of course, when you use makeup and other things, it enhances the natural goodness of and healthy skin that you have. You don't want to be using makeup to cover everything. So the idea is to get your skin looking healthy. And a good skin routine would include regularly washing your face with, kind of products that are good. You want to exfoliate once or twice a week, not every day. You want to use sunscreen, and you want to stay out of the sun. The sun is deleterious to our skin. We live in the tropics. The sun is harsh. So really and truly between 10 and 3 p.m., you really should avoid exposure to the sun. That is hard, I know. But you can limit what you do. You have to go to the market, try and do it early in the morning, try and do it on your way home. If you have to be out, really, and you can't help yourself, have your sunscreen, top up regularly, stay out of the direct rays. I love it when I see ladies with an umbrella, outside in the market or just moving about. That's good. So that's what we need to do, to educate ourselves to increase the awareness of how you can look after your skin, how you can protect it, how you can stay away from the deleterious effects of the ultraviolet rays that come from the sun.
All right, talking about taking care of the skin now, you mentioned earlier that we should exfoliate at least twice a week. And I've seen some people say you do not need to use sponge or any other thing on your skin. You shouldn't even wash or use soap on your face every day. How true is this?
Well, there is some truth to it. You don't want to strip the skin of its natural oils and chemicals that it has, which is good for you. So when you overwash, it can do that. It makes your skin dry. So you have to find a balance. Some people have oilier skin, some people have a mix, and some people have dry skin. So depending on what type of skin you have, you need to have a balance of what you use. There are several products that are for acne-prone skin. There are other products that will just tell you, off the top of my head, Simple is a very good product because that's just what it is, simple, So you don't want it stripping you of those things. But if you have acne, then you want to use one of the other products that are for acne-prone skin because some of those acids in the product help with the active lesions that you have. Then you also want to moisturize. So after washing, you should moisturize, use your sunscreen, and at night as well, you must moisturize. Other people use cleansers. You can use a cleanser, so you just wipe away, degrease your skin after you've been outside, That is also good, and then take off your makeup.
All right. In trying to find the balance now, in the last 3 years, we've seen a rise in organic skin products. Are you concerned about this development?
Globally, organics, the use of organic in everything, both in hair, skin products, it's a $1 billion business. It is good, but then it also has other, other
side effects.
It's good because, with science, we learned a lot. Science is advancing. So you're now trying to stay away from chemicals that, science have proven that it's deleterious to us, both in cancers, in skincare, in almost every other thing. And that's where organics has come up. It has even come up in the kind of food we eat. We want to eat homegrown, organic vegetables and food. So the same applies to the skin. However, the flip side to this is that organic products cannot necessarily be regulated. Now, in our environment, you have a lot of people, just mixing things and telling you they're organic. But now, NAFTA, SON, they play a key role in this. And people just, people are selling things that are unregulated, that hasn't been checked. And more importantly, you don't know what is mixed in these products. So the ingredients are not even listed. So that is dangerous. Now, the trend for having, somebody will tell you, oh, I use this product. On the social media, you can see it. You see a before and you see an after. And all that young lady or young man wants to do is look at that before and after picture and copy it. And so they will just go and use it. Now, this in itself is not good practice because the products that are being used have mixed things in it. So they have steroids, which is very, very bad, potent steroids. They have side effects. They have, and the problem is that initially you will get an instant sort of, feel good factor. You see some changes because, of course, it's a steroid. But thereafter, when they continue to use it, you start to see the side effects. Steroids are in different classes, and they use the potent steroids. And continuous use will have the deleterious effect. So you can have discoloration. So the blemish that you want to improve eventually becomes mottled. You have different colors. You have steroid-induced acne. You have thinning of the skin. You're also prone to fungal infections. So inevitably, there is a worsening.
That we've ascertained that some of these organic products are bad for our skin. Let's find out, is there any remedy to correct this notion? Let's say you end up you've used a bad organic product. Is there any remedy?
So I think the first remedy is to stop using the product. In our clinic, I can speak for dermatologists all over Nigeria. When the problem starts, they run to the dermatologist. And we now start trying to fix the problem. And of course, in our own space, we are all talking about it, where you have people who have been to several of these places and use these products, and they range from very cheap to very expensive. The first thing would be stop. Then we start to try and repair the skin. It will take some time. So it takes a lot of counseling. We counsel our patients. We let them know that as you stop these products, there will be a change. They have to be ready for that change. Remember that they've had a sort of fake bright face, and the moment you stop it, there is a darkening. So of course, first of all, your friend could say to you, "Hello, Lola, what's happened to your face? It's changed." You know what I mean? So you have to be psychologically prepared for that. So that's number one. We really counsel them about, what they've done and what the process is going to be. And then we start to repair the skin. First of all, using products that will help. We have certain things that, we can use. There are a lot of natural things like vitamin C, that also helps. Sunscreen is important. So we would encourage them to use sunscreen, teach them how to use it, and tell them, exactly what to do. And now this kind of person should really stay out of the sun. And of course, for the acne, if there is steroid-induced acne, then we can help them and treat it properly. For some people, we would also do some chemical peels. Chemical peels are a form of management too, for both the acne and for pigmentation. But they have to be done properly. They have to be done assessing each individual and their skin and the kind of problem that they have. Chemical peels, what I would use for a steroid-induced patient, an acne patient, it would be different for what I would use for a person who has post-inflammatory hyperpigmentation. So a lot of them would also speak to each other and, this person will say, "Oh, I did this peel," and there are home peels. So if they are not conversant with what is going on, they do some home peels themselves, burn themselves out, and then present to us. In the last 2-3 weeks, I've had 2 people reach out to me, because of a peel that they've had that has caused marked, let me just break it down, pigmentation. So they have this nice black mask on their face as a result of, chemical peels. So they have to be in the right place to do these things.
These products are enticing, know that, because we see the result, like you said, they share before and after. How do you discourage people, the public, from patronizing these products or these sets of people into organic products?
I think the whole all medical personnel concerning everything, social media is, how do I put it? It has its negative and positive aspects. So I tell people, Google is not a doctor. Google is going to give you information. So sometimes, we're pressed for time, even when we're seeing patients, and we say, "Okay, this is what you have," we write it down. And I say to them, "Go and read up about it." Sometimes I can give them a website or particular areas where they can find information for patients. But nonetheless, they're still going to go and check. So I tell them, go and check, read up about it. Come back to us with your questions. I said, remember the source of your information is out there. So it's everything. You need to internalize it and ask questions with someone who is in a space or who is qualified to give you answers and to point you in the right direction. Unfortunately, we're pressed for time, we're pressed for everything, even having specialist care. So I would love to sit with someone and chat for 45 minutes or so, but it's not practical, it's not possible. You know what I mean? So
Yes.
It's important that people understand what the internet can do. I tell people as a little bit of a joke, I say, you don't go to the internet to go and find out how to find a husband. Of course, there are some date sites and things like that, but there are limitations to these things. So
Absolutely.
how much more your health, how much more yourself, and the internet will direct you and dictate to you what you do? Nah.
All right, as we wrap up now, your call to actions, final words to members of the public.
The final words really would be that as a society, we need to have regulations enforced. Those empowered with the role of bringing in products or checking the products that Nigerians use, they need to step up their game. They're trying, NAFDAC is trying, but it needs to be, continuous and sustained and, what's the word? They also should be out there on social media showing the effects. I think, if we do that too, it will help. So we show the negative effects, try and let people know, increase awareness. The dermatologists in different parts of the country always do this. We have World Skin Health Day coming up, June 1st. And so all of us in our different zones in Nigeria will be doing activities. We do them in the clinic. We're trying to reach out to secondary school students because we want to start teaching them early about these things, because secondary school students are doing this. Parents are also using lightening products for babies. So we really do have a long way to go. But for me, it will be in the mind. It's trying to educate people to say, look after your skin. You want this skin to look good when you are 50, 60, 70. Like our grandmothers, our great-grandmothers, they all had good skin. So where has it all gone? And why has it changed? So I think we need to just go back to basics and, not be caught up with the social media frenzy of trying to look good, which, some of those things are all put together. You know what I mean? If you wake up in the morning, your skin, yes, I might not have combed my hair, I might not have put on some supple makeup, but my skin should look good.
Yes, look after your skin, protect it at all costs. It's only what you've got. Dr. Ayesha Akinkugbe, Senior Lecturer, College of Medicine, University of Lagos, and Consultant Dermatologist, Lagos University Teaching Hospital. Thank you so much for your expertise on dangers and use of organic skin products. We really appreciate you.
Well, thank you too.
All right, I have been speaking with Dr. Ayesha Akinkugbe, Consultant Dermatologist with Lagos University Teaching Hospital. Take care of our skins and how to avoid organic skincare products. Sound Health continues with trending health report from around the world. Please stay tuned. right, this is where we say thank you on today's episode of Sound Health. Remember, blemish-free or healthy skin is possible. Protect it at all costs. If you crave for that skin, your ideal skin, it is possible. See an expert. You'll be saving yourself a whole lot of stress. For comments and inquiries, or you have topics you would like us to treat, send SMS to 0035826603 or follow us on social media at LTV Social, #SoundHealth. A sound health is a sound mind. Make healthy living your choice.